Hi, sorry it's taken me so long to get on here. It's been, I want to say it's been a crazy week, but when is it not a crazy week? It's just always non-stop, and I feel like I never get an opportunity to sit and do things anymore, which is not great. But anyways, so she's down for a nap. So I have a couple minutes to talk about flexibility. I really wanted that to be like a key component in this week 2 of our fitness challenge, fitness health challenge. Jen did an awesome job with the carb thing, so that was awesome. She even, just opened my eyes for myself. And, I know all these things, but sometimes just hearing it from someone else, it's nice. So I hope you were able to listen to that. If you did listen to that, you got 5 bonus points. And then asking a carb and a flexibility question, you got bonus points for that as well. So, sorry it took me so long to get on here to talk to you about flexibility, but anyway, so what is flexibility? Flexibility is it's the range of motion in your joints. And I know we always think muscles, right? But it's actually your joints that create the range of motion. But there's some components to that, right? So your joints are surrounded by your muscles and the fascia that go over your muscles that keep that all together. So when you have tight fascia or tight muscles, that's going to limit the range of motion in your joints, which is going to limit your flexibility, right? So that's simply put what flexibility is. I had asked the question, why is flexibility important? So if you think about what I just said, range of motion, right? So say we're having flexibility issues, in our hips or something, our squats, the range of motion that we get into our squats or our lunges not going to be the greatest, right? Or maybe even painful because we are tight in those areas. The range of motion is limited, so our flexibility isn't there. So flexibility is important because we want to have the most benefits when we do certain exercises. We want to have the most range of motion to get the most out of whatever it is we're doing. And unfortunately, as we age, we start to lose that flexibility, but our stretching, all of our different movements, the fitness components is going to keep you more flexible if you keep at it. So that, that's good. Keep at it, right? So a couple of other questions was lower back flexibility. I think Mary had asked that, saying she's just really uncomfortable in her lower back. Now this can be tons of issues, but simply put, for lower back flexibility, how to work on lower back flexibility, you want to think lengthening. So whatever it is, that muscle or whatever area it is that you're trying to stretch or make more flexible, you have to think about lengthening that area, right? So for lower back, shortening that muscle is going to make it stronger. So if you're having lower back issues, you may need to also work on strengthening. So that would be extensions, anything that's going to be, plank position, leg lifts. We do those Supermans. Anything that's going to be back extension is going to be strengthening in that area, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about flexibility. So to stretch out those areas. Child's pose is huge. Love child's pose. So again, we're, on our knees, leaning forward, and think about that's lengthening our lower back area and all those muscles that are kind of in that area, which is also connected to our hips and our hip flexors. So if your lower back is tight, your hip flexors probably, now that I'm thinking about it, is what's really tight, but it's affecting like being uncomfortable in your lower back. So hip flexor stretches would be, heel to butt, lifting into that quad stretch, pulling and lengthening through that hip flexor. Things like that. So hip flexor stretches would be great to do. But not only stretching, right? Massage, foam rolling, that's going to loosen the fascia that surrounds those muscles. That's going to help our range of motion and our flexibility. So not only stretching, but foam rolling is huge, which I still have not done. Today's day 13 days without foam rolling. Someone make me do it. I don't know what it is, but I need to do it. It's so important. So yeah, foam rolling, massage, go get yourself a massage. I just booked one. It's not for a couple more weeks, but you got to do it. And then, stretching also. Someone had asked about sciatica and mid-back stretches. So same thing here. If you're feeling pain in these areas, most likely we probably need to strengthen. I know hips and mid-back are probably a big place that we need to strengthen, but if you're looking for stretches or how to make that area more flexible, anything that's going to, you know, open up those hips. So taking your leg, crossing it over, and doing that basic like chair stretch here. Love this one. That one gets right into that lower back and sciatica area. Same thing, heel to butt quad stretch. That's going to be huge. And then mid-back is tough. Mid-back, not only, you know, it also does rotation. So like rotating, having a little bit of tension, feeling that stretch, and then releasing. Foam rolling on that area is a great way. Mid-back's a kind of a hard place to do a stretch, but foam rolling really works really well for that mid-back. Courtney, my pregnant mama, stretches. So it's interesting. I remember way back when I went to college for exercise science, being pregnant and stretching was like a huge topic. There is a hormone you release, relactin, I want to say. Is it a hormone? I brought one of my textbooks out from my college because I just want to make sure I was telling you guys right information. It's been so long since I've talked about some of this stuff, and it just like goes missing sometimes. But it is a hormone called relactin, and we have more of it when we're pregnant because your body wants to be loose. Your hips want to be able to open and move. I mean, think about it. I don't want to scare you, but you're pushing a big old baby out of somewhere, and so we really need to like be able to open up those hips. So your body releases that hormone to make all of your joints more flexible. So you actually have to be pretty careful when you are stretching because you don't want to, you're more likely probably to pull a muscle if you overstretch. So you can still do all the same stretches. Just be mindful if you're like, oh, you know, just don't overdo it. So that's interesting. But I mean, it depends. I mean, I felt great when I was pregnant. I know kind of towards the end, like it's just so much weight in front of you that your lower back starts to hurt. So just again, child's pose are great places, is a great place to be for a stretch like that. And then someone asked, PIO, is that a good option for strength training? So originally when I went to go get PIO certified, I said, oh, because, you know, at the time I was teaching Zumba, total body fitness, cardio kickboxing, like all those crazy high intensity classes. And I said, I need something like slower pace, more stretching. So it's like PIO, I think. And PIO, it sounds like it's half Pilates, half yoga. That's like right up to like not my alley, but like what we needed as a fitness community is something, an option to like be a little less intense. PIO's not less intense. PIO is crazy. It's hard. And no, I don't think it's a good option for stretching. It's an awesome class. I love PIO. Freaking makes you strong. It is a full body weighted class, and there's some stretching in the flow. You hold some of the moves, but some of them you don't. I mean, you're in Warrior 3, but then you're pulling a knee in Warrior 3, right? So we're not actually holding moves. And the last track, just like the last track of every class, is a stretching piece. And they actually call it stretch and strength. So we're doing push-ups in between switching from pigeon pose. So yoga, if you're looking for a class that's stretching, Jessica Sullivan's yoga class is phenomenal. And I know not everyone can make a 6 a.m. class, but she records it on our page. So take it. I'm hearing great things. My dad loves it. He needs stretching. So no, PIO is not a good stretching class. Again, it's a great class, but it's not good for stretching. Yoga would be your best bet. And I think Jess's yoga would be awesome. So, I think that's it. I'm already 10 minutes in. I don't think you guys want to watch a video for that long. So, comment below if you have any more questions. Watching this video gives you 5 bonus points. Love you guys. Sorry I talk so fast. Amber and I were having this conversation yesterday. She just said, Tanya, like, sometimes you just talk too fast. And anyways, so hopefully that wasn't too fast. Just feel like I don't have a lot of time, so I need to like spit out everything. But anyways, okay, love you. Bye.